May I tell you this truth? In marriage, we build one another. In marriage, we help one another. In marriage, we prune one another. In marriage, we grow together. Your words can elevate someone and your words can bring someone down. So we have to be intentional with what is coming out from our mouth. We have to know what to say, how to say, when to say. Welcome to our channel. In today's episode, I will share with you 10 poisonous words you should never ever tell your partner. It doesn't matter how angry you are. It doesn't matter what is happening, because the truth is this: what comes out of our mouth can never be retrieved. Yes, forgiveness may happen, but the wound is still there. Anytime the person remembers what you said, the wound, the pain is still there. Now, in this channel, we discuss everything about family, finance, business, and self-development. If you feel like this is what you want to hear or what you want to learn more, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, hit the notification button, and as well as I want to read your comments. Grab your pen and grab your paper, and class is in session. Number 1, never you ever tell a man that all men are trash. Really? Do you say that? It comes from your mouth? Listen, it doesn't matter what happened in your past relationship. Yes, I know that you may be wounded in your past relationship, but that does not mean that you have to categorize every man or you have to call a man a trash. Imagine your man look at you and said, all women are dog. How will you feel? The truth is this: nobody is a trash. It doesn't matter what happened. Nobody created under the surface of this earth is a trash. Therefore, never you call your partner, your spouse, a trash or jerk. Number 2, never you ever tell him that nothing good will come out from him. Ooh? Are you sure you didn't say that? Listen, my fellow ladies. Yes, people can make mistakes. People are prone to mistake. Even for me, I will not deny that I have never ever made mistake. Even as I'm talking to you, I will still make another mistake. But that does not mean that you open your mouth to tell him nothing good will come out from him. Yes, he made a mistake, but that does not mean it's a mistake. So don't use his mistake to analyze his life. There are so many good things in him. If you take notes of it as you take notes of the mistake, it's poisonous word to tell your spouse, your partner, nothing good comes out from him. Number 3, never you ever tell him it's always your fault. Come on, ladies. Just as I said that we all are prone to mistake, that he constantly make this mistake does not mean that you will open your mouth to tell him is always. That word always is too dangerous, because it means that he never ever do something good. So never you open your mouth and say it's always your fault. Yes, he might be definitely or constantly making the same mistake, but there's a better way that you can talk to him, not to condemn him, because the moment you said it's always your fault, you are condemning him, you are rebuking him, you are not correcting him, you are rebuking him. Number 4, never you ever tell your partner, your spouse, you are not man enough. Do you know what? He has feelings, he has emotion, just as every other human being. That something happened and he's sharing it with you does not mean that he is not man enough. Sometimes as ladies we do say, you are not man enough, buckle up. Don't shrunk his emotion. Validate his emotion. Understand him. Know what happened and see how you can help him. The moment you said you are not man enough, accept the defeat, buckle up, shoulder up, all those words are not encouraging. You are killing his emotion. You are making him to shrink his emotion. You are making him to feel defeated indeed. Allow him to express his feeling, because that will help you and him more in that relationship. Number 5, never you ever tell your man you are an idiot. What's wrong with you? My dear ladies, listen. He is not an idiot and nothing is wrong with him. Yes, he might not learn so easily as you expected him to learn, but you need that little patience. Remember that we all are not born with the same qualities and the same intelligence. Therefore, you need patience. Help him to grow. That's why he has you in his life. If you condemn him, he will never grow. So help him to grow and be patient with him. Number 6. Never you ever tell him that he is irritating or annoying. Hey, come on. There are better words that we can use than using harsh words. Those words are so poisonous. Whenever you tell somebody, your man, your spouse, that is irritating or annoying, honestly, he will not like to be around you. It's not good. It's not a word that will promote your relationship. It's not a word that builds family. It's not a word that builds marriage. So we have to be intentional with what is coming out from our mouth. We have to season our speech so that what is coming out from our mouth will be edifying. Number 7. Never you ever compare your ex with him. Sometimes women say, oh, my ex is better than you. It's very bad. No matter his own weaknesses and attitude, never you ever use your mouth and say, my ex is better than you. Perhaps if you say that your ex is better than him, so it's better you go back to your ex. It's not a word that will promote your relationship. It's not a word that builds family. It's not a word that builds marriage. It's a word that shrunk emotion, which is not good when it comes to relationship. Number 8, never you ever say, choose between me and your mom or me and your mom. Which one do you prefer? Listen, ladies, I am a mother and I am a wife. There's a difference between mom and a wife. I cannot be my husband's mother. Yes, I may indirectly be his mother, but that does not mean that I will take his mother position. There's a relationship, there's a bond between children and their mother, children and their parents. You are his wife. Yes, you are everything to him, but you are not yet his mother. So never you compare his mother with you. Number 9, never you ever tell your spouse, your partner, that you are not my type. My dear, may I tell you, the difference between carrots in the supermarket and carrots in the street is positioning. If he has the opportunity to be where you are, he will be your type. If he has the opportunity to learn, to be exposed the way you are exposed, he will be your type. Even though he doesn't have the opportunity to be educated or learn or exposed the way you were exposed, that does not mean that you will tell him that he is not your type. May I tell you this truth? In marriage, we build one another. In marriage, we help one another. In marriage, we prune one another. In marriage, we grow together. Therefore, it is your responsibility to help him to grow to that type you want. If it is in dressing, if it is in speech, if it is in body carriage, it is your responsibility as a woman to help him to build that type, to grow to that type you want, instead of using that to condemn him. The last but not the least is you don't easily learn from your mistakes. Listen, we don't need to count errors when it comes to relationship, when it comes to building families, when it comes to building marriages. Yes, he might not learn from his mistakes, but that does not mean you should count those errors. It's not good. Imagine him looking at you and saying, you always make this mistake. You don't easily learn from your mistake. But you can have a better way to look at him and say, darling, I think we have to learn more from these mistakes. But don't say you always not learn from your mistakes. It's not a good word that will promote your marriage. Instead, it will diminish your marriage and separate you and your spouse. Thank you so much, my beautiful YouTube friends. I know you have learned a lot in this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share in the comments your takeaway. I love to read your comments and let's journey together as we form a community. Shalom.